Hey guys, welcome to the intermediate class, and today we're going to do some fancy escapes from the single leg X, getting into really good positions. Some of these may be a little bit advanced, but I think you guys will do great with this. So here in the single leg X, and if you didn't watch the video from the beginners this week, make sure to check that out because there's a couple of details on how I get into this position we're going to go into now. So I want to grab the foot, C-grip on the shin here, and I'm stepping out, so I'm getting really low here, okay? Boom, boom, boom. So when I'm here, I'm gonna look for a grip, and I'm gonna let go of his foot, and I'm gonna like swan grip right behind his knee here. So I'm cupping his thigh or the side of his knee here, and I'm really getting tight, okay? So I wanna put my weight on top of him, and watch how I'm gonna grab the middle of his pants, and I'm gonna put my wrist under my knee here, okay? So I'm bringing his hips up and resting my wrist on my knee, okay? So here, I can now start to pull his knee towards me, nice and easy. So watch how I'm gonna pull his knee towards me. I'm gonna straighten my arm and grab his collar here, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna straighten this leg because I don't want him to still hold on to it. But to do that, I'm not gonna kick like a sprawl, I'm gonna kick it out to the side. So I'm gonna kick it down here. So my knee comes to the floor, and now I'm gonna turn my foot back and come here, okay? We've been to this position before. Here, I can cross face, sprawl it, and now I'm in a leg drag position, right? So there's a lot of elements that we've been through like earlier. With the leg drag as well, that comes inside this technique, right? So you want to grab the foot, grab the shin, step a little bit out, swan grip behind the thigh here, and get really nice and low, okay? Again, I can't really emphasis enough on this. So he must not be able to push or kick on me, right? Now it's too late. Then he's gonna create the distance he needs. But I want to stay tight and keep my elbow as a frame here, right? So if he tries to put his foot on top of me again, it's really hard, and that's perfect, right? And this grip on the pants, bringing him up, and I'm resting my wrist on my knee here, okay? So now I'm gonna pull his knee towards me. It's gonna be a little bit of a reaction thing here as well. Most likely he's gonna be pushing against me, and that's when I can pull it towards me here. Looking for the cross collar. Here, right? Now, I'm gonna bring my knee to the floor, so I wanna push my heel out to the side here, and now I can bring my heel under his thigh here, okay? Looking for that face straight away if I can, like this, bring it to me, sprawl, and get that leg drag, okay? We're gonna have a look at it from a different angle. Boom. So here, nice and easy. We get into the position. So I'm gonna get my knee, or bring his thigh to me, get the collar grip, right? Now I'm gonna get my knee to the floor, okay? My knee comes to the floor, I'm gonna turn it. So my heel is under his thigh here, okay? I don't like to rest here too much because if he can grab my foot, we're in a 50-50 battle, and Christian likes 50-50, so that's not a good thing. So I want to hide my heel under his thigh as much as possible, right? So a lot of times, maybe Christian wants my foot back, so he's gonna be grabbing and trying to come back inside that position. That's the time when I cross face, okay? So now I'm gonna sprawl out a little bit to the side where my hip falls onto the side, but don't mistake it like I'm still keeping pressure on top of him. So here, my foot comes out, and now watch how I hook the back of his knee here, and so I can start to go for the leg drag pass, right? Whoosh, thank you guys. Okay guys, so we're gonna go a little bit further here from the same position as we did earlier. Again, this one is perhaps a little bit more advanced, a little bit more flashy, but it's always good to know it exists, and maybe one day we will want to use it, right? So we're gonna go for the same thing. I grab here, lower myself, and I came into the kind of like leg drag hold here, hold position, right? So what I'm looking to do now is I'm really stacking him, and I'm gonna sneak this knee in beside his hip here, okay? So what you're gonna see is there's a little hole here, right? Right in front of his hips, and that's where I wanna place my knee now, okay? So I'm still gonna hold on to this grip, but I'm gonna try to drop under his back here, right? A common mistake is like, you get this knee, but then you just fall back. And from here, it's gonna be a fight. Most likely he's gonna get his 50-50 that he loves, and all of that, right? But what I want now is I want to stack him, bring my knee in, and really come underneath him. Here, okay? So watch my hand, how I'm trying to post it up towards his pants here. So I'm really pushing his hips up. I'm gonna show an angle. So I want to bring Christian's hips up by grabbing his pants and bringing my elbow under, like this, okay? So now I'm kind of stepping to the floor here and bringing his hips over mine, okay? So like my knee is right in front of his belly, like this, okay? Don't make the mistake of having it too low. Here it's easy for him to escape. Here I want to be tight, okay? So eventually I can now look for the twister hook, okay? So to do that, I like to step on the on the back of the knee here, because now I'm safing a little bit to give it time to hook. If you're not hooking yet, you can bring it with the other leg as well here, okay? Now, once you have the twister hook, you just want to push with the hand and with the legs. You can even use your free foot on your heel to help out, like this, right? Looking for the second hook, and now the seatbelt, okay? Of course, the hardest part is to transition from top to get under. So, wow, there we go. Go here, shin, hook under, and now sneak my knee in here, and there we go, okay? So here I'm really looking to push my feet to the floor and get under his hips here, okay? So eventually I'm here looking for the position where I can start hooking his legs, okay? So now I like to step back of the knee, get the foot over, then bring the hook to me, okay? So now I can hip escape a little bit, or I can push the foot on the foot here, step over, and then look for the seatbelt. Wow. Okay guys, so here from the single leg X, I grab his foot, grab the shin, push here, cup the back of the knee, and now dropping under, I want to push in, swing my knee in, and here we go, okay? So from here, I'm going to step the back of his knee, get my hook. If I feel like it's too hard to get straight away, I'm going to help with my other foot here to bring it to me, okay? Watch how my elbow is under his hips here to really post him from getting his hips down to the floor. And now I can push here, or I can hip escape with my foot on the floor here, depending on what's your preference, right? So I'm going to push through, look for the second hook, and the seatbelt here, okay? Boom. Nice. Here. I don't do conquer in slow motion. Push. Thank you guys. Hey guys, welcome to the intermediate class, and today we're gonna do some cool escapes from the single leg X position. So just to start off, so if you didn't see the beginner's video, make sure to check it out if you feel a little bit lost here, because there's some details that are super nice to know. So grabbing the foot here, grabbing the shin, I'm gonna push them to either side, and I wanna step back, right? So I'm de-hooking the leg, and now I started to get low. So from this position, when I'm low, I'm looking to open his foot up, right? And I'm gonna bring my free arm, or the one that I was grabbing on his foot, I'm gonna bring it through, and I'm gonna swan grip or cup the side of his knee here, okay? So this grip and staying tight, right? I wanna emphasize a little bit on the frame here, so I wanna stay tight and low, right? Making sure that he can't step on my belly or my ribs with this foot, right? If I'm too loose here, he can push, and now he's back into the single leg X and going for attacks, right? So I want to be tight here, okay? So now, being here, I'm gonna bring his thigh to me, okay? So I want to kind of look at his reaction as well. Most of the time, they're gonna be pushing a little bit back. So that's my timing where I'm gonna pull and lead his leg back here, okay? So now I'm gonna look to cross my arm straight over to his neck here, okay? So I wanna block him from inverting under me, okay? The worst scenario is that he's gonna go for some leg attacks here, and then some bad stuff can happen, right? So by blocking his head, now suddenly it's harder for him to invert, okay? So straight away, let's say he's still holding around my leg. So straight away, I want to sprawl so that my knee comes to the floor, okay? Now, what I'm looking to do here is bring my foot under his thigh here, if I can. So sometimes it happens like his knee is closed here, or sometimes I can get it under here. This is even better, right? This one, a little bit dangerous if he likes to go for the 50-50. So I'd rather not, and I'd rather hide it under his thigh here, right? There, I can bring him to me, sprawl, and now get my foot behind his knee, and now I'm in the leg drag position, right? So, here, boom. Get his leg off, step back, get this one grip here, right? So now, I'm gonna pull his thigh to me and get it onto tight on my lap, right? So I'm gonna pull it and get my arm through all the way so I'm blocking his head. So now I'm gonna bring this knee that's on top of him down to the floor here. As soon as it's on the floor, I'm looking to hide my heel under his thigh, and now I can put more weight down, okay? So from here, I wanna get my leg out. So I'm gonna bring him to me, scroll a little bit out so I open his legs, and now I can windshield wiper my leg out into the leg drag position, right? One more time. So here, push, push, get it tight, pull the thigh, get the arm in front, get the knee to the floor, and here we are. Sprawl, and get into the leg drag. Yes, thank you guys. Hey guys, so we're gonna go for a little bit further. So we're not gonna do completely the same thing as we did in the gi. Reason being, I don't like to do it because I don't have the grip on the pants. But of course, there are some examples that people have done it in no-gi as well. So we're gonna do a little bit of a crab ride scenario here. So, coming from the single leg X, boom, push the foot and push the shin, right? So I'm looking for that swan grip here and getting tight. So what I'm gonna do here is a little bit intricate on the side here, right? This can be a little bit of a reaction where I'm trying to pull him down to the leg drag, but he's always pushing up. So now I'm looking to hook this foot on the inside of his thigh here, okay? So just to make sure you guys can see, I wanna bring this foot on the inside of his thigh, okay? Doesn't have to be all the way up in his crotch, but like in the middle or close to the knee, that's perfect, okay? So, turn. So we get there, right? And what I want to do here is I want to push his knee away now. So having the swan grip, I'm going to push his knee away. So I want to clear my knee out from between his legs. So as soon as I can do that, now I'm looking to push my knee over his thigh, okay? So now I'm in a nice crab ride position. I can go for the back. I can do some really fancy stuff, knee on belly as well. But just to give you guys a basic answer to this, I'm gonna go for a cross face, really tight, and now go for the mount, okay? Boom. So, boom, nice. Here, I removed his legs, got tight here, boom. I'm gonna push him down to the floor here, and I'm looking to hook my leg on the inside of his thigh, okay? Straight away as I have the hook, I'm gonna push his knee down towards him and bring my knee to me, okay? So now, as soon as my knee is out, I can start pushing back and pushing his knee to the floor, okay? So now I'm in a really good position. Again, making it easy, going for the cross face here, and stepping over, and now into the mount, okay? So here, boom, push, push, here. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it to me, get my inside hook, back over. Get my inside hook. So now I'm gonna push his knee down, get my other leg out, cross face, step over, and here we go into the mount. One last time. What's up, bro?